Good morning everyone and welcome to 3H's Assembly. I'm really, first of all, very, very proud of my class for the wonderful performance they're about to do for you. We're concentrating mainly on what a year we've had. Zooming lessons, which our little ones have managed really well with, and then onto Greek myths, which we studied in English. I also need to thank Ms. Goddard very much for all the help she's given me in producing this wonderful assembly. But again, to our precious little children. They are just the most wonderful class I have, and they are about to perform an awesome play for you.
Good morning and welcome to 3H's class assembly.
This time last year we were all in the first lockdown of coronavirus pandemic.
Although most of us were learning from home, we were all starting to think about what life would be like in year 3.
What would playtimes be like?
What would our classrooms be like? What would the prep teachers be like? Who would be our teacher next year? Where were the toilets?
And most importantly, what will we have for snack and lunch?
And what a year it has been.
We have learned so much.
Zooming. To be taught and learned through an online appliance. In other words, our super teachers managed to teach in class and the children at home at the same time as well, trying to make sure we were all learning the same thing.
But what have we actually remembered while learning on Zoom?
Number 1.
What did you say? I couldn't hear a word you were saying because you were on mute.
I said remember to unmute when trying to speak, otherwise nobody can hear a word you are saying.
Oh yes, Mrs. Hill and Miss Goddard did that a lot.
Number 2. That learning was still fun, especially when we worked with friends that were different learning things.
Like when we went into the corridor or tell our desk to complete a task while our friend joined us on an iPad. Number 3. Arriving at registration each morning to hear Mrs. Hill's cheery voice telling us what was happening that day and telling us we were all awesome.
Yes, but Mrs. Hale tells us that all the time anyway.
But what have you enjoyed most about being in year 3?
I really enjoyed making the models of our mouths with all the different teeth, the canines, incisors, premolars and molars. Yay, I remembered them all.
Yes, that was fun, but I liked learning about all the different areas of the world. I know I definitely wouldn't want to live in the Arctic, although I do like snow, but I would never be able to play in the garden or ride my bike. I really enjoyed learning about imperative verbs.
What?
Bossy verb, shut the doors, stir the soup, mix the cookie dough, fetch me a biscuit. Well, maybe not fetch me a biscuit. I really enjoyed writing the recipe for Teacher's cake. That was good fun, imagining all of the different ingredients and utensils we could use to make perfect cake.
Ingredients. 1 teacher, Fanny. 1 teacher, round and heavy. 20 hotels full of butter. 1 bathtub of golden brown sugar. 1 pot of chicken eggs. 34 bags of sand. 3 wheelbarrows of flour. 1 bucket full of salt. A car full of ice cream.
Utensils. A massive helicopter turned upside down, using its blades as a mixer. 1 giant swimming pool to put all the ingredients in. Chains, padlocks and rope to keep the teachers tied up. 3 humongous round cake tins. Method. First, kidnap the teacher. Hypnotize the teacher so she does what you ask. And now, can you make the world's most wonderful, delicious cake?
I like learning about Greek myths. My favourite was Pandora's box.
Pandora's box, be told by 3H.
Many, many years ago, in a land far, far away, where great olive trees grew, crops flourished, and many people had good lives, lived the ancient Greeks. As the sun rose high above the Mediterranean Sea, the people of ancient Greece started their busy day. They farmed their land, fried their pottery, and made beautiful dishes of food. As the sun lowered, the people began to rest. The night sky would be filled with a myriad of stars, each one twinkling and glowing in the dark night sky. High above this land, right at the top of Mount Olympus, the tallest mountain in Greece, lived the Greek gods. High mere mortals who lived in the land below.
The people had great respect to the gods as they were powerful and mighty. Any disrespect to the gods and the humans would be punished.
Zeus, the most powerful of all the gods. Not only am I king of the gods and ruler of Mount Olympus, but I'm also god of the sky, thunder and lightning. Cross me and very bad things will happen.
Hera, queen of the gods and goddesses. I'm the goddess of marriage, family and women.
Poseidon, god of the sea, storms, hurricanes and earthquakes. I'm a mighty god with a lot of power.
Demeter, I'm the goddess of harvest, agriculture, nature and the seasons. I watch over the grains and the fertility of the earth. Athena, goddess of wisdom, handicraft and warfare.
Apollo, god of the sun, light, truth, music and manly beauty. I am a well-respected god.
Artemis, the goddess of the hunt, the wilderness, archery and childbirth. I'm also the twin sister of Apollo.
Ares, god of war, violence and combat. I'm the son of Zeus and not well liked by any other gods or goddesses. I think they may be jealous of me.
Aphrodite, I'm the goddess of love and beauty and daughter of Zeus.
Thetis, god of forge, fur and volcanoes. I'm also master craftsman and blacksmith.
Hermes, god of travel, communication and games. I'm also the chief messenger to the gods. I'm trusted with many important things and secrets too.
Hestia, goddess of the hearth and ordering of the family. I'm the eldest sister of the mighty Zeus.
Now, some years before this story took place, two brothers, Epimetheus and Prometheus, upset the gods and annoyed the most powerful god of all, Zeus. This was not the first time the humans had upset Zeus, and as a punishment, Zeus had taken away the ability to make fire. This meant that not only could they not keep themselves warm, but they couldn't cook their food anymore. However, Prometheus was a clever man, and he knew that on the island of Lemnos lived a blacksmith who had a fire burning in order to keep his forge hot and do his work. Prometheus, with his brother Epimetheus' help, decided to travel to the island of Lemnos to steal the fire, so that everyone in Greece could have heat again and lead happier lives. He succeeded and returned to Greece where his brother was waiting for him. When Zeus found out what the humans had done, he was furious, and he decided to punish Prometheus for stealing the fire and came up with a very cunning plan. With the help of the blacksmith, Zeus created a woman from clay. Goddess Athena breathed life into the clay. Aphrodite then made her extremely beautiful, and Zeus taught her how to be both charming and deceitful. Zeus decided to call her Pandora and sent her to Epimetheus as a gift.
Now Prometheus had told his brother many times never to accept any gifts from the gods, but Epimetheus didn't listen and was soon besotted with Pandora. He then asked Pandora to marry him. beautiful box made out of the finest of wood and had intricate carvings all over it.
There was, however, one very important condition in accepting the box. Pandora must never, ever open the box.
Pandora was very curious as to what was inside the box, but she promised her husband Epimetheus that she wouldn't open it. As time went on, all the humans enjoyed a happy life, tending their land, baking their bread and making the finest of pots, now that the gift of fire had been returned.
But occasionally Pandora would take the box into the garden and think about what might be inside the box. She couldn't understand why she was in the box as she wasn't allowed to open it.
One day, Pandora could stand it no longer. She waited until Epimetheus was out of his closet. She went up to the high shelf, took the key, and picked up the box, and went into the garden.
She then placed the key carefully into the lock and turned it. But at the last moment, she felt a sharp pain of guilt, knowing that her husband would be really angry. So she turned the key back, locked in the box, and returned both the key and the box to their resting places.
Many more times Pandora did this, until at last she knew that if she didn't open the box, she would go completely crazy. She took the box and the key out into the garden, placed the key in the lock, and turned it. And then she closed her eyes, took a big deep breath, and gently lifted the lid off the box. She opened her eyes expecting to see jewels, fine jewelry, gold coins or other treasures, but the box was empty. Pandora's face soon turned from excitement to disappointment and then horror.
Out of the box came one of the nasty demons that she had placed in the snake. Disease, poverty, hatred, misery, death, and sadness. Pandora slammed the lid shut as fast as she could, but it was too late. Pandora had let all the troubles loose into the world, and she didn't know what to do.
But from inside the box she could hear a voice calling,
Let me out! Let me out! I'm hoping I can help you.
Pandora opened the lid once more and took him out. It was beautiful, things that matched Pandora, butterflies and sunshine. Unfortunately, Hope could not bring the nasty creatures back, as they had already started flying off around the world. But wherever the nasty creatures went, Hope went to bring comfort to all those who were sick and in need, and spread joy and kindness wherever she went. Although this story took place a very long time ago, we must never forget that where there is sadness, there is hope, and hope makes all the difference in the world.
Please stand to sing hymn number 14. sometimes it can be scary, but it's something that we all must learn to do. Please help us to find the courage to choose the right path and to make the right choices. And to remember that there is always someone there who can help us. Our family, our friends, and our teachers. May you keep us happy and healthy as we grow and learn. Amen.
Amen.
Well, everyone, didn't we enjoy hearing what Year 3 have been doing this last year? How they've been learning during lockdown, how they've learned how to make that fabulous sounding teacher cake. What could be nicer? And weren't they brilliant at bringing to life all those Greek myths that they've been learning in Year 3 and acting them out so wonderfully? So should we join together and say thank you and very well done to everyone in 3H. Well done.